Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David Thomas, and before we get too far into anything, I just want to give a big, warm welcome and a thank you to everyone here. Tonight is the very first show of the night of the show, and we are very excited for what we have in store for you tonight. It's hard to believe that, well, it feels like only yesterday, the first performance of Rick Hall, when I met him down at the, he's the #1 musician in rock and roll right now. His last album selling over 500 copies, 500,000 copies. He's the originator of the hottest dance around, and you know him as the man who wrote Little Boy Blues, his hit song. So please welcome my dear friend, Richard Hall. There's no joke. The other day I was at my sister's house, Susan, and she's the best cook I've ever met in my life. She can make a casserole like you wouldn't believe, but you know, this story isn't about a casserole, it's about a roast. So I was over at her house, and it's Michael's turn to cook. So we're there, and we're playing cards. The kids were winning, because I was letting them win. And Michael goes over to the oven, takes out the roast with his bare hands, rack and all. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. My sister comes in with something to cool him down. Well, she feels his hands, she feels the roast, she puts her hand inside the oven. Turns out he never turned it on in the first place. Is that first night quality? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Richard Hall.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I got it.
Is Richard ready?
I'm sorry, sir. We can't find him anywhere.
I'm sorry?
We have checked all over the place, and I'm sure there must be some kind of emergency.
Wait, hold on. He was supposed to be here over an hour ago. Why hasn't anybody told me about this until just now?
I am very sorry, sir, but...
No, he signed a contract, and he's legally obligated to be here.
Yeah?
You know how many people are out there? How many people do you think are out there? 300 people?
I don't know, but probably.
I can't just go out there and tell them he's not here.
You are correct, sir.
We gotta find somebody else. Kathy? Kathy? Hey, can you sing?
No, I cannot, and we can't find another act. His name is all over the ticket, so...
We can find a lookalike. You kind of look like him. Can you sing?
I mean,
You know what, I'm just gonna call him.
Wait, but I'm
just gonna give him a quick call here. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if he's home. Maybe he just forgot. Or maybe he just remembered. Hello. This is David Thomas. Yeah, I'm just curious if you perchance know the whereabouts of Mr. Richard Hall. Haven't seen him all day? Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Listen, son. I've put everything but my balls into this show, and Richard's gonna show up. I'm doing this just as much for him as I'm doing this for me.
60 seconds, please.
Oh, 60 seconds, sir. You need to go out there.
I don't know what to tell him.
But just tell them that he wasn't able to make it, sir.
No,
or
this show is gonna go on for years, and it won't if he doesn't show up tonight. I need this. I need to show him I'm not some hack. I need a drink.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
I gotta sit down. I'm gonna sit down.
No, sir. You need to go on stage.
I can't. I was ready, but I'm not ready anymore. I forgot. I lost my mojo.
Listen, it doesn't matter if you lost your mojo. If you don't go out there, you'll probably lose a lot of money and our jobs.
Richard is the only reason they're out there. None of them are here to see me.
I don't doubt that, sir.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go host the show.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and good evening. I'm David Thomas, and before we get too far into anything, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody here in the audience and everybody watching at home. Tonight is our very first show, and I couldn't have done it without the tremendous help from everyone involved. Lucas. Anyway, the other day, I was at my house's sister, Susan. My sister, and she is the best casserole I've ever met. I've ever met. You better believe it. Anyway, I was over there. They were cooking some cards, and the kids touched the hot pan. And that's why my best sister is the cook. I'm sorry. Her husband is the bad cook, and he touched the roast with his bare hands. That's funny because he didn't even turn the oven on in the first place. Anyway, Richard Hall is scheduled to perform on the show tonight. He's you know him as the guy who wrote Little Boy Blues. He's going down. He's going down in history. For sure. He's great. He's a great guy. No, he's not. No, he's not. I don't want to lie to you. Sorry. He sucks. So, just thought I'd leave with you that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, calm down. You don't need to put. You want Richard? You want Richard? Let me tell you a little something about Richard, the real Richard. He stole my girlfriend from me when we were 11. He isn't here, okay? He isn't here, and you all wasted all your money, so. Sorry. Hey. Hey. Hey, Rick. Hey, buddy. Okay. Hey. 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 Okay. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Superstar Richard Hall, recovering this morning from a suspected drug overdose, is currently in the hospital said to be in stable condition. The fire department responded to a medical emergency in Studio 11 after the first broadcast of The David Thomas Show was canceled due to the host's on-stage meltdown. After what audience members described as a poorly executed introduction, David Thomas excused himself to the restroom to regain his composure. While catching his breath, David Thomas noticed Hall lying unconscious in one of the stalls and began performing CPR, keeping the singer alive until paramedics arrived at the scene. It's still unknown whether or not the show will be continued after last night's episode, but after his heroic actions, it seems that David Thomas may finally have an audience again. Back to you, Karen.